Hi, happy Thursday. This is work from home life. I'm hiding on my deck in order to share this resource with you. I said on Monday that I was going to do a video every day, but that's because I was in the office on Monday and Tuesday, and so I talk a big game. But you know what? Actually working from home and executing everything you intend to do, easier said than done. So today I wanted to share with you guys another resource that's available on the website pursuingfreedom.com/resources, and you can download it there. But to be honest, you can do this on an Excel spreadsheet. You can do this. A lot of CRMs give you this ability, but what I'm about to share with you is probably one of the most difficult things I've ever had to face and conquer, which is tracking activity. I'm embarrassed to admit that I didn't start tracking consistently, like tracking how many calls did I make, who did I call, who did I send notes to, who did I see, what referrals did I receive, who did they come from. I mean, literally paying attention to the activities you're doing to grow your business, and then tracking your results and tracking the source of your business so that you can be more focused and be more intentional with how you're spending your time throughout the day. Because basically, when you track, there's no gray area, right? You can't make excuses or pretend you're busy, but you're not actually getting anything done. I love talking to you today, Jennifer Shalgren. Anyway, this is so archaic and antiquated, but honestly, my team and we use a Google Doc or an Excel spreadsheet. Or honestly, there's been times where I get into the office on a Monday or into my guest room during coronavirus, and I just write down, literally, my goal is to do 5 calls a day, 5 days a week. So that's 25 calls. I have a goal for how many face-to-face appointments I do per week, which are now via Zoom. I have a goal for how many handwritten notes, how many referrals, etc. So you can either download this from the website, pursuingfreedom.com/resources, and it's just a template, essentially, to track literally the number of calls you make each week for the month. And so, for example, it has here, it's hard to see, but 1 through 25, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. I don't know about you guys, but I get taunted by blank spaces and unchecked boxes. So if we start our week every week with no plan, no system, no goal, no, formula for what it looks like to win the day and win the week, then of course we feel compelled to always be busy. But when you actually have some simple rules to follow and a simple schedule and you're tracking it, it simplifies things, it liberates you, it streamlines your activity, and it pretty much guarantees your results. Because when you do consistent activity for about 60 to 90 days, you get results. And so one little formula I want to share with you guys is this 50-50 rule. Now, this is a super conservative rule, but basically what it says is that if 50% of your leads are actually going to engage with you, what I mean by that is how you're talking to a friend and they say, oh, hey, I have a coworker who's thinking of buying and I gave them your name. Well, that is a lead, but you may or may not actually ever connect with that person, but I would count that as a lead, okay? Because somebody passed my name along, which feels pretty good, right? And so that's a lead. Well, if 50% of your leads are actually going to talk to you, engage with you, and then if 50% of the folks you actually engage with and have an opportunity to do a listing appointment or an application or whatever, depending if you're a lender or realtor, if 50% of those are going to close, then you can really simplify and streamline your activity by saying, okay, how many closings do I want to have per month? So if my goal is to have 5 closings a month, then I need 10 people to engage with me, which means I need 20 leads. So then to simplify that even further, if I want to close 5 a month, that means I need 5 referrals per week, right? 20 leads broken out into 4 weeks. So that takes it down to 1 lead a day. So if you're paying attention, then you can really be on purpose with your business on a daily basis. Because if Monday it gets to be like 2 o'clock in the afternoon and you haven't done any outbound calls, you haven't done any lead generation activities, you haven't done anything to actually grow your business, you've just spent the whole day reacting, and you haven't received any referrals, then if you're paying attention to your numbers, you can say, you know what? I need to stop what I'm doing, and I need to focus on my number one priority, which is generating the business. My number two priority is nurturing the business. So I'm going to stop what I'm doing with all the reactive stuff, and I'm going to focus on making a couple calls to my friends and family, past clients, etc. And so you're looking to get 1 referral a day. So if you don't want to wait until Friday to do your tracking, because if you do, then, if you haven't hit your numbers by Friday, it's a little too late to make up the lost time. So what I would do is I just either print this out or I use a Google Doc, whatever, or like I said, you can use your CRM, and you can even just write down in your notebook 1 through 25 so that you just stay with a visual reminder to stay on task and stay on purpose with your business. So in the top left, I put my goal, how many do I want to close, how much volume, what's my activity goal, how many notes per week, how many calls per week, how many referrals per day, etc., so that every single day we're tracking. Now, as I mentioned to you, I honestly did not start tracking until year 12 in the business, which is so embarrassing. And it was during a time where I was doing a major reset. My business had gone down the year before. I had a growing team. I was feeling pretty stressed and guilty and responsible. And so I got hyper focused on the tracking. And that's when I think I shared with you guys the story before, but we watched our business go from 3 in January to 3 in February. Our goal was 15 a month. And it went from 3 in February to 9 in March to 12 in April and ultimately 17 by June. So in 4 months, we more than 5 times our volume, which means that where we are right now is a really good time for us to be thinking about what are your goals, realizing that now is the time to build the runway for liftoff when we come out of this, and that you can radically transform your life and business in as little as 4 months. 17 closings in 1 month was a radical transformation from having 3 a month. And the best part about it was that we were intentional with where we wanted to put our energy, the relationships we wanted to focus on, the people we wanted to appreciate. And with tracking, we saw that where we put our attention increased our repeat and referral business from 22% to 50% repeat and referral from past client within 4 months. So it was so cool to see the science of it. And as you guys probably know about me, is that I'm a little bit of a free spirit and I like the spontaneity and I don't like the structure and stuff like that, because it used to feel suffocating. But I'm here to tell you, if you have been like me and slacking on tracking, ooh, did that rhyme? If you've been slacking on tracking, then there's no better time than right now to try on new habits, establish new routines, and simplify. Most of us don't want to go back to the rushed, crazy, frantic life that we ran before. Most of us would love to carry on some level of the simplicity and calm that we might be experiencing right now. And this is one way you can do it. This is such an important way to take the wheel of your business and gain clarity and create predictability with your results. Because when you're tracking, it's so easy to see that when your referrals fall off, you can look back and see with absolute clarity that you weren't doing the work consistently. And so I don't know, I feel embarrassed that it took me so long to embrace these little systems and rules, but now I know why they were preaching it for so long and why everybody preaches it. So preach it. I'm just recommending you guys think about it and use this time. So again, pursuingfreedom.com/resources, you can get a bunch of free tools that I use regularly and that have produced results for me and my business. So as always, I love and appreciate you. If I can be a resource to you, shoot me a message, set up a call with me. I'm here for you. See you next time.